CNN. Donald Trump's closest and increasingly desperate primary rivals are cranking up the heat of their attacks, accusing him of lying about them, running scared of debates, and even of being a bust as president. But with the Iowa caucuses only 12 days away, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley won't dare jab the Republican frontrunner over the key liability that could trip him up in a general election and will haunt him in history: his assault on American democracy. Their reticence might suggest campaign malpractice and betray a lack of political courage as Trump adopts an ever more autocratic tone ahead of a possible presidency he vows to use for personal retribution. Indeed. As one Iowa voter put it to DeSantis in a written question at a Gray TV town hall Tuesday, "Why do you protect Trump? What are you scared of?" But his opponent's posture does make strategic sense, given that the ex-president appears to have an even firmer grip on the GOP than when he left Washington in disgrace after trying to overturn the 2020 election. Trump's hold is partly based on his disruptive character, refusal to play by the rules, and folk hero status with GOP voters. But his power is also being reinforced by the base's widespread disinterest in any attempt to call him to account for his anti-democratic behavior, and for the idea that he should bear any blame for outrages like his supporters' mob attack on the U.S. Capitol. Just as when he was president, when his dominance faced down his GOP critics in Congress, Trump's superpower is shielding him from the consequences of his actions and making it politically impossible for primary rivals who want to win a share of his voters to hold him to account. Ahead of a 2-week period when he faces a staggering array of court obligations and possible reverses in his cases, Trump on Tuesday made a fresh move in the complex legal tangle caused by his constant challenge against political constraints. He lodged an appeal against a decision by Maine's Democratic Secretary of State to throw him off the ballot over 14th Amendment's ban on insurrectionists. That followed the Colorado Supreme Court's decision to do the same, which he's also expected to appeal. Both cases are likely to end up at the U.S. Supreme Court. If history is any guide, the ballot issue, which is constitutionally controversial even among many liberal legal scholars, will further bind Trump to his base voters, as have his 4 criminal indictments and his civil fraud trial in New York. And it will leave DeSantis and Haley casting around yet again for a way to attack Trump, without alienating Republicans who still feel warmly toward him.